Hey, I'm Cameron Guyed, co-founder of Go Credit Pros, and I'm going to cover the easiest way to get yourself 0% funding with business credit cards. So welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to unlock a treasure chest of valuable information that will make getting business credit cards easy. Just like finding the right key to that treasure chest, each step in this guide will unlock incredible benefits for your business. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools that you need to easily get and manage business credit cards, so stay tuned. So the first thing before diving into this and applying and all that fun stuff is you need to understand business credit cards and what sets them different. So understand how they can benefit you and your business. I remember when I first started my business, managing expenses was a challenge. I was trying to figure out what to pay. How am I going to pay for everything? Is it going to be my personal credit card? Am I going to use my bank account? However it was. But until I was able to discover business credit cards, that's when everything got unlocked. They helped me not only separate personal and business expenses, which is massively important, but also offered me amazing rewards and benefits such as cash back on purchases and travel perks. I think just this year alone, our business has brought us over 800,000 travel points. Literally, my business partner and I can go anywhere we want because we know how to properly use those and not pay for anything. So that also makes wifey pretty happy. This made managing my finances between personal and business much easy and saved me a ton of money. So business credit cards are more than just a payment tool. They can be a powerful asset for your business. Now, I want to dive right into the eligibility requirements. This is key. So now we understand the benefits of business credit cards. Let's talk about eligibility requirements. Here's a simple checklist that will help you to meet your criteria. Number one, you need a registered business. This can be an LLC, an S Corp, a C corporation. You can even do it with a sole proprietor. However, I recommend one of the other corporations. I use LLC. It's super simple and easy to set up. It's like a pass through from your business to yourself. Most people can fit within that bucket, even larger companies. Sometimes somebody wants to file as an S Corp or they have a C corporation that fits their business needs, but I would say the majority fit into the LLC bucket. Now, business credit cards. While some cards may consider personal credit score, some may consider business credit score, a business credit score is not necessarily needed. Just to give you an example, within 6 days, 2 weeks ago, I started a brand new LLC from scratch, got the LLC completely filed, the EIN, everything that I needed, and had $40,000 of funding at 0% interest business credit cards on day 6. So there was clearly no business credit score with mine, but I'm just telling you that sometimes for the higher limits, when you're trying to reach $150,000, $250,000 in funding, it can help the longer your business has been open and if you do have a business credit score, but I'm telling you right now, it's not needed. Time in business can also be something that can help your business. The longer it's been open, again, the bigger the cards that you can get. As you see with myself, I was able to get 40,000. I didn't even try for anything else because that takes care of specifically something I'm trying to do. So I can go to all the other banks and probably get over 100,000 if I need it, but I'm not going to use it. So why get it? So you can do it with a brand new business, but the longer your LLC has been open, the more access to different types of funding that you can get to. Now, personal guarantee. This is highly important to understand. You will almost always be a personal guarantee for your business credit cards. All this means is that you're going to get a hard inquiry during the approval process because they're going to look at your personal credit. You can't have any negative items. You can't have bankruptcies. You can't have late payments. You can't have collections and charge-offs and repos and all these different things on your credit to get approved. So you do need to have clean credit history. The only thing that can sometimes slide is if you have 1, maybe 2 late payments max that are older than 2 years. Now, if you have a bunch of them that are older than 2 years, then most likely you're not going to get approved or they're going to only give you like $2,000. So if you need to get all those things fixed, you can go through a credit repair process. I've done this before. It takes about 90 days and you can get your credit pretty much wiped clean and built back up. But for the sake of this video, you need to have perfect credit, 700 and above, no negatives. Be sure that you meet these requirements before you apply and you'll be in a strong position to get these business credit cards. The steps to apply for the business credit cards. Okay, let's dive into this. Think of this process as baking a cake, where each step is an ingredient that's necessary for a successful result. So step 1, gather all your agreements, which is your documents, things that you're going to need. Now, you're not going to submit these documents to the bank in most cases, but you need to have them because there's going to be information on them that you need. Just like gathering the flour, the sugar, the eggs, you'll need these essential documents such as your business registration, tax ID, which is just your EIN verification letter, and in some cases, depending if you're trying to get a line of credit, some financial statements. But I'm telling you right now, 99% of the time, you're not going to need any of that. We do all no doc business funding. You're going to mix the batter, research and choose the card that's going to best suit what you're looking for. So research different business credit cards to find whatever it is, such as travel points, cash back. Obviously, we primarily work with 0% interest cards. Look at the fees or rewards. So you're going to find something that best suits you. And I'll give you my tips as we go through the video of which ones I recommend that I always start with and I start all my clients with. Now we're preparing the pan. Okay, this is checking your credit scores. I like to just use Experian.com. I pay for this service to check all 3 of my scores every 30 days. I'm rigorous with this because anything that pops up, I need to get it taken care of. I want to know where everything's at. So ensure your business and personal credit scores are in good shape. Lenders will review them. These lenders are the banks, so they want to make sure that you're good to go first. Step 4, now we're pouring the batter into that pan, which means filling out the application. Carefully fill out the credit card application from the bank of your choosing, providing the accurate information. I've had people in the past that have put down a name that was misspelled, or they've misspelled their business name. And these little things, like, believe it or not, they can cause a denial. So you want to make sure that you're meticulous with what you're putting down. Now we're baking, which means submitting the application, and wait for the lender to review it. This can take some time. If it's, American Express, it could be instantly. Sometimes with Chase, it could be 7 to 10 business days at most. But a lot of times you can get an instant approval as well. The final touch is the follow-up. So you're following up with the lender, the bank, if they need anything. When I submitted my Amex applications, which I was just telling you about for the 40K, just because the business was so new, they asked me for my EIN verification letter. I sent that in. They'd even asked me if I had proof of my bank account. And I told them, I was like, I haven't even set the account up yet. So I didn't even have a bank account set up yet. And they said, okay, no problem. Here you go. Here's $40,000 on a 0% interest card. Boom. Just like a well-baked cake, following these steps will ensure a smooth application process for your business credit card. And again, I'm going to go over which banks I like and some of the data points that I use to get approved. Now, best practices for approval. Now that you understand the steps to apply and everything you need to do beforehand, we're going to talk about the best practices to increase your chances of approval. I'll share a story of one of my clients, Kane, who we were able to get him over $150,000 from Chase. That was 2 of their Business Inc. cards at $75,000 a piece. Kane runs a small production company. So he sets up the full production for venues and concerts and EDC and all these different things. Well, EDC didn't come yet. That's what we were helping him to scale up to. When he was first applying on his own, he was either getting denied or he was getting small cards, 5,000, 8,000, things like that. He wasn't understanding why this was happening until he decided to work with us. What we did with him was, I knew I wanted to work with Chase because I have bank relationships there, and this was going to be way different than applying online. We set up a Chase account for him, had him deposit a little bit of money in there, I think like $3,000, just to show a little bit of credit history. And then 2 weeks later, we were able to apply for him. I knew by choosing the right card, which was the Business Inc. cards, because both of those are 0% interest for 12 months, that we were going to be in the right bucket. I helped him go through his application. Listen up to this. Data points on applications matter. When you see on there business revenue, this is asking you projected revenue, not what you made right now, not what you made 2 years ago, what you're projecting to make. And this is all stated income, which means they're not asking for verification, because how can you verify what you think you're going to make? And all I can tell you is that most of my clients get the best approval odds with Chase on the Inc. cards with business revenue limits of anywhere from $500,000 to $800,000. That's typically the range they put. Even if they haven't made anything yet, that's what they're projecting to make. And then your personal income needs to be somewhat relatable Not nearly what the business is, but for Kane, I think we put somewhere 150 to 200,000. So those are some data points that I personally use with my clients. It's not dramatic. It's not obscene. That's very realistic for a business. So it seems to make sense. And typically our clients get the best approval odds with that. We prepared a strong application. It asks you for your monthly spend. I think we put $40,000, $50,000 per card. And because his business specifically had been open for over 10 years, he had a great credit score. He had strong personal credit cards. His utilization was lower than, I think, 20%. Chase came back and approved him for 2 ink cards with limits of $75,000 apiece. We did get him an assortment of a few other cards. I think it totaled him at over $186,000, all done within a week. So he was very happy and he just followed the process. By following these best practices, we got him taken care of, and this can also get you taken care of as well. Kane has the working capital to take on those bigger venues like EDC, who has invited him out before to take on some of the stages, but he just didn't have the upfront capital to take on a production of that size. So now he can. One of the key things is managing these business credit cards. I have to tell my clients this all the time. Don't just get tons of limits on business credit cards, rack up the debt, because guess what? In 12 months, it's going to convert to standard card interest rates. 12, 15, 20, 27% interest. These things are possible. The best use is to have a plan, which we're going to go over, for these funds. Kane's got a specific plan of what he's going to do. He's going to take on bigger productions, which is going to pay him 3-4 times what he's been paid. So this is just a bridge to help him get there. If you're running ads, I would say get a minimum of a 3x ROAS, return on ad spend, from these cards. Have a plan, not just to rack up debt, but to utilize this capital to make you more money. That's the whole goal. Now that you have your business credit card, it's essential to manage it effectively using SMART goals. So you can ensure making all of your cards payments on time and tripling what you're investing into it. SMART goals. The S is specific. Set specific goals for your credit card usage, such as earning a certain amount of rewards points each month, making the money back, again, 3 times ROAS of what you're putting in. If you're running ads, you know how to do that. If you're running any kind of marketing to a brick and mortar, if you're a fix and flipper, then you know that there's going to be anywhere from 90 to 180 day turnaround for that house. So you're going to utilize this money to do the whole repairs, $50,000 in repairs. Once you sell the house, you know how much profit you're going to have, pay that card off and do it again. M in SMART, measurable. Track your spending and rewards to ensure you're meeting your goals. Most credit card companies provide detailed statements and online tools for you to monitor your account. Okay, so track your measurable goals. Have all this stuff set. A, achievable. Make sure your goals are realistic. Don't overextend your credit limit, spend more than you have that you can pay off. Aim to have achievable targets that support your business financial health. Achievable goals. This will keep you out of deep water. R, relevant. Ensure that your goals align with your business needs. For example, if your business requires frequent travel, focus on travel rewards points. If it's cash flow, aim for cash back rewards. Do things that are relevant to your business. Time bound. T, set deadlines for your goals. For instance, aim to pay off your balances in full either each month or most certainly before the 0% is over. That way you can reach your rewards and everything by the end of the year. By setting and following the SMART goals framework, you'll be able to manage your business and all your credit and everything perfect and maximize your benefits. Let's cover common mistakes to avoid. Even with the best intentions, it's easy to make mistakes when using business credit cards. Think of these mistakes as potholes on the road. Okay, sometimes you're not seeing them. They can disrupt your journey. Even if you're careful, sometimes they can happen. So here's some common mistakes to avoid. Missing payments. Always, always, always set up automatic payments. This is a must. You're busy running your business. You're fixing and flipping a house. You're buying all your stuff for your e-commerce store. You're running your marketing. 30 days can come up quick. I've seen it all too often. If you get a single late payment, that is such a detriment to your future funding ability, especially with that bank. They're not going to increase your limits. They're not going to give you another card. And most of the time, they're not going to reverse that late fee. Setting up automatic payments is like one of the most important things to do with these business credit cards. Don't miss that step. Overextending credit. So if you know your credit limit on that card is $50,000 or $25,000 and you just keep spending, that's like driving on a bumpy road. It can hurt your utilization. They can lower your limits. They can deny you for anything future. For personal credit card utilization, keep it below 30%. For business, you can max the thing out as long as you're paying it off. If you have a specific project or if you're in e-commerce, a lot of our clients do that. They'll spend $100,000 ordering product because they know how long it takes to spend that or to sell all their products. And they know that they're going to get 5, 10, 15 times that money back within that 12-month time frame. So this can severely supercharge your business as long as you're doing it the right way. Number 3, not monitoring your statements. So ignoring your statements altogether is like driving with your eyes closed completely. Why would you do that? Review your statements regularly to catch any errors or fraudulent charges. The best thing about using business credit cards is it provides safety net for you. Even businesses that are super cash heavy that I talk to, I don't need this, we have all the cash in the world. Still put a credit card in between you and all your purchases. It provides you safety and security, right? These credit card companies will go to bat for you because that's their money too. If you're just using your bank card and cash, good luck. Number 4, ignoring rewards programs. Not taking advantage of these rewards programs is like missing a scenic route on your drive. Make sure you understand how to earn and how to redeem these rewards to get the most value from your card. All of these cards come with entry bonuses. If you spend this much in 3 months or this much in 6 months, we'll give you an extra 90,000 points. These things matter. This is free money for you, free rewards, free travel. Pay attention to these programs and at least monitor them once a month, see where you're at, see what your goals are, so that way you can hit them. Number 5, mixing personal and business expenses. Mixing expenses is like veering off the main road. Keep your personal and business expenses separate to simplify your accounting and maximize deductions. It's so easy to take your year credit card statements and give it to your accountant to do your taxes. But when you got to give them your personal stuff and some business stuff and oh wait, that cup of coffee was personal and that lunch was business. And I don't remember what I did 7 months and 3 days ago. What was that? Keep it simple. Keep it separate. By steering clear of all these common mistakes, you'll keep your business credit journey smooth and on track. Congratulations! You've learned the easy way to get business credit cards and how to manage them effectively. Let's recap. So we covered getting the business credit cards and unlocking a treasure chest, each step providing valuable benefits. 2, understanding the business credit cards, on how we did everything. Eligibility requirements, we covered all of that. Steps to apply for your business credit cards, best practices, managing your business credit cards, and common mistakes to avoid all those potholes on the road. I'm going to give you a couple tips. I always start off with American Express. Now, this is only if you have a personal Amex card first. If you don't have personal Amex, I recommend getting yourself a personal American Express card first, waiting a few weeks, and then applying for a business one. So I start off with Amex, Chase. Okay, Chase, both of these banks are highly sensitive to a lot of inquiries. So always start with these 2 banks first. Depending on what state you live in, I like to use Truist as well. They give over $25,000 to $50,000 for a new business, but they are geo-locked, which means you got to be in certain states to apply for these cards so you can see if your state approves for that. And then I go down the list of US Bank, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo just came out with a new business credit card at 0%. So if you'll notice, all the cards I focus on are 0% interest cards. There are more cards out there. Every state has different cards. So you can always research and look for what your banks have and what credit unions have and all these different things. But I like to use those main large national banks first. Now it's your turn. Start by assessing your eligibility, gather your documents, and choose the right card for your business. Follow these steps and best practices that we discussed, and you'll be well on your way to enjoying all the benefits of the 0% interest business credit cards. So if you found this guide to be helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more tips on managing your business finances, getting approved, getting business funding, setting up your LLC. If you have any questions or experiences you want to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and good luck on your business credit success.